last game. I mean, playing to win, and just because you fumble it or some unfortunate interceptions happen, I mean, you're not going to hang your head and say the game's over. So I mean, it's the last game, we're leaving it all off the field, and we got a ball game, man, so let's just push on.
How good does it feel to do it, man? You finally beat the Huskies.
Feels great. Feels fantastic.
Jeff, with all the tumult through this year, how were you guys able to maintain, and again down 28-10 today, still maintain and come back, and so when you reflect on the year as a whole after a win like this, what are your thoughts?
I mean, just continuously said just to play with your hearts and just to leave it all. If you got, I said to the guys, if you have anything that's been holding you back this year, mentally, whatever, just let it go this game and don't think about anything, just let it go. And another theme was we were just playing for Travis, honestly, because we knew he would be out there, and we wanted to win it for him. And so we had a lot to play for, honestly. I mean, this was our bowl game. We're playing for hardware, even though we have not so good of a record. So that was enough of motivation to come back from a 28-10 deficit.
Jeff, the play where the pocket collapsed around you and you got the pass off and you took the late hit, how big was that, just from what it could have been to what it was? And
it was huge. I mean, to be able to kind of keep the drive alive or move the ball, really change field position. But I was trying to make a play, and Isaiah had a great catch, great run after the catch, and so it worked out good.
what were you thinking when Tony was running down the field with the ball?
I couldn't even say anything. I was just like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
I mean, what's going through your head there when they were trying to kick that field goal at the end of regulation? Were you just praying, or what was going through your mind?
I was praying. Me and a group of guys linked up, and we literally prayed to God for him to miss it or for us to block it.
And the same thing at the kicking in overtime today?
Yep.
Coach Leach came in here, and one of the first things he started talking about was adversity. For you, I mean, with this comeback today and everything, I mean, you look like you're kind of hobbling out there. And what was your conversation with Coach Leach after the game? Did you guys talk? Did you guys sit down at all, or do you plan on doing that?
There was no opportunity to sit down with him after the game, as you can imagine. But I'm sure sometime, at some point, we'll sit down and talk. But, I mean, that's what it's about. That's what football's about. And growing as a football player, and I think as a man, as a person, is learning how to face adversity. Football's not easy, it's not going to go your way, neither is life. So things aren't easy this season, obviously, so we really learned how to push back on it, and we'd like to have this feeling at the end of the game more.
Does beating the Huskies make up for the kind of a dismal season?
It does. I mean, so everybody says is, I don't really care how the season went if you beat the Huskies. It's all good, so I'm hoping our fans will give us some sympathy for that.
When the kick went through, was Travis one of the first people that you went to find, or who was it that you grabbed and hugged, and what did you do right after the kick went through?
I couldn't tell you, I was just running. Running and yelling. I wasn't running to anybody or anything.
Hugging anybody you could find?
Yeah, I mean, once I stopped running, then I started hugging guys, but I mean...
Were you able to find Travis after the game right on the field or
no,
in the locker room?
We were all trying to get the trophy to him when we were up there, but we didn't know where he was. But we saw him in the locker room afterwards.
What did you say to him?
Just loved him, wish he was out there, and that it was for him.
I know some guys cry after games like this, some guys hold it in. What were the emotions like for you?
A little bit of everything. I mean, it was real emotional. It's a feeling I'll never forget, seeing that kick go through the uprights, and it was emotional seeing my family after the game and the fans and stuff. So it was just really a special moment.
What does this game mean to you if it is indeed your last in the Cougar uniform?
I mean, it means the world. It couldn't have gone out in a better way. I don't think it's a dream come true. I've been trying to get that cup for 4 years now and finally got it. So to go out like that is special.
Jeff, how did the volume and noise compare to other home games you played, and how did that kind of push you?
Oh, it was great. It was great, man. Fans never got out of it. Even where now, I mean, we just kept chipping away. We get any little spark, crowd's back in it. When we were on defense, crowd was in it, and so was our sideline. It was the fans did a tremendous job and really gave the Huskies a lot of problems. I think they had quite a few false starts and whatnot, so I credit that to them.
Jeff, that play where you almost got sacked and got hit or whatever in the head, could you kind of take us through what you recall about that?
just waiting for a receiver to break, pocket was collapsing. Step up, try to buy time, wheel around, there's an open receiver, throw it, get hit. Just kinda,
What do you think about Dominic Williams' future? He kind of broke out today. He's had some games. What do you think about him going forward?
he's grown up a lot this year, a lot, man. He was, first few games, kind of big eyes, didn't know what to expect, didn't know about his abilities yet, and then just every game, just he got more and more confidence in his abilities and started to play like a mature football player, and I think he could be a great receiver at this university.
This university is kind of known for its quarterbacks, and like these guys have been asking everyone questions about people leaving their legacy. Seeing highlights from all the Apple Cups. I mean, what is that for you? I mean, do you feel like as a quarterback you've left your legacy with this, not just with this win today, but through your time here?
And I would have liked to have left a more winning legacy, I guess, but it's just tough. Came here trying to rebuild the program, and I truly feel like a lot of us seniors accomplished that in some senses. This could be the breakthrough we've been looking for. Really learn how to play this week, and as far as my legacy goes, this Apple Cup, I mean, that's something I'll remember the rest of my life, and whether they play on the jumbotron or not is up to the media people, but I'll remember this for the rest of my life.
How are you gonna celebrate tonight?
Hanging out at the house, my family, they're in town. Gotta go to my girlfriend's volleyball game for a little bit, show some support, so gotta spread the love.
Jeff?
When do you think you might make your decision on what you're gonna do next year?
As soon as the NCAA lets me know.
It's good with Jeff?